All right, hello, and how's everybody doing? Today I will be doing tarot card readings and I will be doing Winnie the Pooh for my grandson. I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I actually been on medical leave. So I apologize, but been on medical leave this entire time and getting better. And I was on TikTok, of course, laugh out loud, and my niece is over there complaining about her mom. They're funny dynamic, but I'm gonna go get this ready. But I am still doing tarot card readings, but my grandson's bedroom is gonna be done in Winnie the Pooh, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that also. And I'm gonna combine the painting with this also. I feel painting and sketching go hand in hand, and I found this really cute one on Winnie the Pooh. And I'm gonna stand here until I'm done with Winnie the Pooh. I kind of like how he looks like he's taking a selfie right here. So, I figure I'd do this one. I'm gonna sketch it out, do some pastels with it, and then I'm gonna paint it out. Because this is what I really like doing more than the other stuff. I do like to do and dabble into a lot of different things, yes. But this is like my main thing. I really love to do. Alright. Okay, I think I need to move this down. Yeah, I had to move this down a little. You can never have enough erasers when you're a sketch artist. Ever. But I'm here for the readings, but my son wants all this stuff done for the baby's room, so. And it's his first baby, and he's 31, so he's excited. And I'm excited too. Of course, it couldn't be a granddaughter, but what are you gonna do? Winnie the Pooh is a very easy draw too. If you've been like sketching for a while, I got a computer over here that's not as good as this one, but this one apparently that I got on bid does not take Windows 11. It was only like $130. But it's good for live streaming. That I will give it. And I guess they say Windows says they're not supporting this system. Only Windows 11 after October. So maybe by then I'll find another cheap computer that supports that. But I'm kind of looking over here, and the only thing about this computer is I can't show you the picture unless I take a picture of it on my phone. I'll take a picture of my phone then show you guys. Oh, hi Daz, how you doing? You've been in here before. How you doing? I'm just doing stuff for the baby's nursery. Alright. Let me see if that works. This little photo thing here. Bring it up with my not Amazon, my pictures here. Okay, I had the worst glare in the world. It always does. Because I got a lamp over there. But Yeah, I had minor surgery, and this is why I've had so many days where I could be live streaming. But now that I'm feeling better, I was on TikTok Laugh Out Loud. That's when I seen my niece complaining about her mom. And it's beetroot. I ordered so many Amazon because I take fish oil, glucosamine. I take a lot of stuff. I really do. I be taking massive amounts of things because I'm not trying to always be at the hospital. And I feel that this lady on TikTok said that they're trying to make us sick. All right, I don't now. I lost my thing. I think. Okay, whatever this is, this computer over here is ridiculous. It's good for me to look at my sketches so I can draw them. This is about the best thing this goes. I got this so far, and before I do my painting, this is kind of how I like to do things these days. I go down and I eyeball this. I've been practicing, and I have the upper hand because I don't have enough money to go to art school, yes, but I had residents that were famous artists that I took care of. And I grieved their passing, but in their last days, they taught me how to draw. And one was a famous painter. His name was Thomas Denny. And he did all the Cleveland Indian stuff and everything, murals and everything. Oh, hi, Jessica. And I always was really nice, and he ended up getting a girlfriend in the facility. And I guess technically he was married, but his wife kind of gave up on him after a while. So I never said nothing, and they would just go kick it. And next thing I know, I guess he was an art teacher too. He was teaching me art. So this is why I'm a little bit good at this. Rest in peace, Thomas Denny. Yeah, you can have a reading. You know, I like to do stuff while I'm up here. YouTube says that everybody must have some kind of talent or be doing something interesting. I've been also over here on YouTube, and they've been talking about these chosen ones. Beware of this, beware of that. I don't know who these chosen ones are, but OMG, I guess just stay away from the haters, chosen ones. It's all over there, and everybody's it's so deep. Maybe it just comes down to just don't do shitty things. And if and it feels wrong, just don't do it. Maybe, just maybe that's the way it is. I don't know. I just don't do shitty things. Shading is very important. I got this so far. Alright, can you do a reading on my friendship with Anne? She's slow to respond to my message as if I'm bothering her. I'm going through this with my sister. I totally get you. Let me see here. About your friend. Because my sister, she made these bad decisions with this guy. And I told her not to have a kid with her boyfriend and all this stuff. And I know they had a kid together also. And then they ended up having this other child, and then he decides he doesn't love her. So, and then she's been avoiding my calls. I mean, if it's like life threatening, like she did call me back when my dad died. And when I get real sick and things. But other than that, she doesn't really. She says she just has things to do. So I totally get this. The thing is, I already told her about him, and she just does not want to listen to me. So I get it. I do. So let's see her energy reading. I mean, maybe she just in her, and like my husband always says, maybe she just in herself, in her thoughts, and she needs to. I don't know. Like, is she always there? My husband always says, "Might just leave her. Or they might leave your sister alone. She'll come around." So I don't know. All right, you are. She is in a fixed moon. In a fixed moon, it just means like I like to call it, kind of like playing chess. It's a stalemate. She's not going forward. She's not going backwards. Or hold your vision, or just stalemate in chess. Because life is like a game of chess. So that's how I look at it. Then you have a full moon in Aquarius. So she has a full moon in Aquarius surrounding her. And a full moon in Cancer, so that probably explains a lot. A full moon in Aquarius just means that she's hiding her inner self and trying to sort through things type thing. And the full moon in Cancer, this just talks about personal issues, reaching ahead. Reaching resolution, coming and finding out answers type thing. So, and when when you get a full moon in Cancer, sometimes the things that I don't know how to explain it. The reality that we have created, when you realize that reality is not there anymore. So the things she thought was real and people that she thought was her friends and stuff kind of went away. And she kind of is stuck and feels crazy now. That's what I'm picking up. And and it doesn't mean it's you at all. It just could be multiple people. And people do this, and sometimes when the full moon of Cancer comes, that's what happens. Yeah. Oh, I remember you, P, with the pretty eyes. I think, didn't you say you got it from Etsy or something? Oh, okay. Well, maybe just give her a little time, in space, like I'm giving my sister. That's what I would do. So, and then because I haven't even seen my sister's baby yet. So, and the baby's like 3 or 4 months old because the boyfriend doesn't take controls her. So, these things happen even if it's at a sister level. So give her a little time. She'll be there for you. I promise. She just going through things like we all do at times. Oh, you're welcome, P. I'm trying to think. Didn't you find that on Etsy or something? Most of the things I draw are from Etsy. The images, honestly, because oh, you're welcome. Because I'm cheap, and if I want to, I'm not buying artwork. I would rather make it myself. Okay. Not happy with the job, are you? What is it? Prade? Did I get that right? That's a nice name. Alright, let me see. You want a career thing. Not getting hours or oh, okay. I just thought you weren't happy there. I'm trying to avoid work all the time. Sometimes I go there, they overwork me. I had a I don't know if you ever heard of cone shaped toenails, but okay, yeah, that too. But yeah, I had those on my big toes and it was causing me circulation problems and stuff. So I do stay at my current job. I can get all the hours I want, but I might be in the same insane asylum if I keep doing overtime, so I just won't. I stay there for health insurance, and then I'm hoping soon just to leave there, honestly. So I get it. They got too much going on at that nursing home, and I swear we call it an asylum because the people that work there are OMG. They are just too much. So I get it. Let's see here. All right, your business opportunities here. All right, computer. There we go. Stay on. Anyways, is in a full moon of Virgo. And that's good because it means you're good enough for and have qualifications for other stuff. It doesn't always have to mean a love card, even though Virgos are very loving. Then you have your career surrounded by a gibbous moon. And this is just talks about achieving goals. So you've probably been working on this a while, honestly. And then you got a full moon in Aries. And this just talks about a climax of things coming to a head. So I do feel there's going to be another opportunity, but there's going to be conflict leaving your job. I do sense this, and maybe make sure you put in your 2 weeks notice. Oh, you're a full moon of Virgo? Yeah, they're gonna try to stop you, and there's gonna be a lot of arguments wherever you're at. So just be prepared for the arguments. But yeah, you will get another opportunity of something you like, and they're not gonna like it. The conflict means they're gonna be mad you're leaving. They're gonna try to beg you to stay, things like that nature. And then they're gonna try and they're gonna be mad you're walking out the door, just like every employer does. There's always conflict when you leave, so make sure you do a 2 week notice so they have to pay you your full pay because here where I live in America, at least in Ohio, if you don't give a 2 week notice, they can give you minimum wage. So, and sometimes companies will do that over here. So just be careful about that and just dot all your I's and cross all your T's and say, here, I'm giving my 2 week notice. I get a stable offer. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. Don't leave your job unless you have one. And then when the time you get leaving, they're going to want you to stay and they're going to offer you the moon and the stars. And that's up to you to take it or leave it, honestly. And if you're that unhappy, I would just leave. Take the new opportunity. Start out new. I like starting out new in life. I think fresh starts are God's blessings. Why stay in the old stalemate when you can move on to positive change? A new environment where you could just be happier. I mean, that's why change is a major thing. Oh, you're welcome, P. I appreciate you. I haven't talked to you for a while, so I'm glad you're still out there and doing well. I've been seeing YouTube videos on women eating trash in a dump, and They have shorts on and stuff. I don't know if it's staged or not, but wow. That's all I got to say about it. In this day and age, I would think you would go to they have places where you can get food and stuff. I don't know if it's fake or real, but I would hope that one is fake. And I hate to think that there's people out there eating out of garbage dumps. So, oh yes, I'm doing well. I survived my toenail removal, even though my work's been giving me personal issues. I don't give a damn. I told them that it has good insurance. I'm getting it, and my circulation will be better and everything now. So I just get everything, these minor things out of the way, so I don't get heart problems. Because they say if your toenails are messing up like that, all you have, I don't know. It hurts my heart thinking all these things happen. It really does. I really, I really wish they say that people know the cure for homelessness and stuff and the way to get rid of it, but I hope it is. I mean, worldwide, we need to. So I don't know. It hurts me that people have to still live like this in the modern ages. This is something that happened in the Middle Ages when things weren't as good as they are now, and it's just as bad, and it makes me sad. All I do is pray for the best every day, and sometimes I see it getting worse. That's all I know. But pray for the homeless. I don't want. I don't. I and at least I always pray that people don't have to eat out of trash. But I don't know if my prayers are going unanswered. I don't know. But I'm gonna keep praying. And Rebel Win. Let me get Rebel Win, then I'll get you, Devin. My man has mental issues that caused him to nearly destroy 4 months' relationship. He had several 3-year relationships before me. That is making me question my worth in his eyes. Well, if he might be going, I mean, I can get an energy read on it, but the way this sounds is honestly, maybe he does not, he's going through things. I mean, that would be my guess. Because if he had 3-year relationships before you, he may have had other issues before he even got to you. I mean, that sometimes the past sticks to us like that. And then it never leaves, it just stays there. And it hides. But your whole relationship is in a full moon in Aries. And this is a Fury complex. This just means there's, I'm picking up anger and there's resentment from somewhere. Honestly, I don't know if it's from you or other people. I don't know what it is, but there's anger. It's there. And then you got your whole relationship is surrounded by a south node and a full moon in Scorpio. A south node is just means no, don't let the past hold you back. That could be for the man in question here. And the full moon in Scorpio always talks about negativity and releasing it. He's angry about something. I don't think it's necessarily you. I feel that I'm picking up on your man here that he has an ego issue and he expects certain things. And sometimes you might not be doing certain things he likes. And this is what happens when we have too much of an ego. He could be. I don't feel it's you. I just feel like that's what is going on. But I would just let him know how you feel, and if he does not want to change things, I would just tell him that I would let it go. But I mean, that's totally up to you. I mean, I can't tell you what to do or not do in your life, but if you guys can reach a compromise, possibly it could be salvaged. But if there's no compromise, it's going to keep going around in this vicious circle of things, and you don't want the vicious circle going around. You really don't, because it just ends up where the negativity keeps coming back, going around in a circle. You want to get rid of negativity altogether and make sure it stays gone. So, all right. Devin wants to know what is coming in love for June. Oh, okay. Devon is wants love in his life. Let's see what you got, Devin. I have my brother-in-law's name Devin. All right. Love is hard to find these days with all these crazy people walking around. It really is. I've been watching these shows. Gordon Ramsay, how all these kitchen rescues. I don't eat at restaurants no more. I don't know about you, Devin, but oh God, I can't do it. I see the rats in the kitchen, and then everybody swarms in after there was rats in this kitchen and goes and eats there. I don't care. I'll just cook my own food. This is what I'm down to these days. But Devin, you got a third quarter moon for your whole love energy. And this talks about adjustments, which isn't bad. I just sense you're a busy guy. And sometimes you don't dedicate enough time. You don't have enough time to dedicate. I'm not saying you don't, it's just you don't have enough time in your schedule permits. And that's okay, because sometimes love could come to you. And are in a balsamic moon, and this just talks about healing, transition type thing. And then you got a mutual moon, where pretty much it means everything is unwritten. So I do feel that things will be coming to you in love, but maybe try to set a time aside and go in a more of a social setting. And I'm not saying go to a bar where there's a lot of crazies there. I'm not telling you to do that. Maybe just try to do more social activities where people that you want would like a relationship would be at. I was always told to go to church and find somebody there, or find someone at the supermarket or something. That's what I was always told when I was younger, but things may have changed. But I wish you the best of luck. And I do feel that somebody is coming for you, and there's going to be a lot of somebodies, but be careful, because sometimes bad people come in sheep's clothing. A wolf can come in sheep's clothing. You can have this girl that promised you the moon and the sun and everything else, and then the next thing you know, they get crazy. So just be careful. And let me know your developments. Sometimes I get these readings and I don't even know if how everyone's doing after that, if they're okay, because sometimes they're going through such a horrible time. So, and Devin, if you see any of these people eating from the trash, try to give them a sandwich. Thank you. I swear I come on YouTube and then all these random videos comes. It's very disturbing the world around us. And I'm glad you're a good person. And I do like to be surrounded by good people. So thank you for being a part of the Chong the Dog family. I do appreciate you. And Villa subs. Yeah, you can get a reading, Villa subs, if you're still here. It says 0, so I'm not sure if that means you're here or not here. So I'm going to shade in this for my grandson, this Winnie the Pooh, and then start painting it a little bit. But I think it's better if you. It looks like it has a selfie. It literally looks like he's doing a selfie. This is why I think this is like a cool looking picture. Alright, it comes out here. And then his cheek comes here. You gotta be so careful with these details. Oh my god, these details and these Disney things. They are. If you don't get the slightest detail, it's always off. That's how Disney is. And honestly, you could save yourself a lot of money because when I went to Disney, all the artwork at the Disney store was not cheap, folks. Not at all. Just for something simple that I'm sketching was, I think, $50. So, and I don't lie. I could not afford it at the time because you're paying out all this money to go on vacation and yada yada yada. But but yeah, it's expensive, trust me. And it's just some simple sketch that you can formulate yourself in your house. And I'm not saying, if you want to be a commercial artist, you're supposed to do your own stuff. But if you just are looking to just give just for a little present type thing, there's nothing wrong with copying a sketch. As long as you're not selling it commercially, it's not against the law. Oh, hi. Yeah, it's Winnie the Pooh Day. My grandson's theme for his nursery is going to be Winnie the Pooh. And, of course, my daughter-in-law, the witch, is crazy about Winnie the Pooh, so I got to be nice. Because sometimes I don't think she's very nice. But this is what it is. Do you love him too? I like Winnie the Pooh also. So I'm glad that she picked Winnie the Pooh. And I guess I should be glad that she liked Winnie the Pooh because none of my things would matter, none of my opinions. So it probably was good she liked it because I don't get along with this woman at all. She gets on my nerves worse than anybody on the planet. But what are you going to do? But this is what I got so far. It's going to be like a Winnie the Pooh selfie. And then I got all these paints because I'm always sketching, but then when I paint it, I want it to look good. I don't want to look like crap. Because I feel sometimes when you do that, that happens. Alright, his thumb's here. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, I tell the truth. I'm tortured by crazy bitches. I really am. You would think I'm a guy as much as I was tortured by crazy bitches. I mean, God, my daughter-in-law is enough to torture anybody. I don't know how my son puts up with her. She's having a $6,000 baby shower. I don't know who does this. There's people eating out of trash bins, and she's having a $6,000 baby shower. This is the problems me and this woman have. because this is how the kind of person she is. But it is what it is. I try to be positive, but I truly can't stand her sometimes. I can't. I can't go there with her. And then just because I have an inheritance coming and my dad died, I gotta hear about they might have to live. They want to live in an expensive neighborhood. It's like I'm just getting the inheritance, and I told my son I'm not dead. If you guys got a 6,000, he wants. I offered him 1,000, and then he wants 6,000 to pay off his credit report. But yeah, it's crazy. I get crazy bitches and crazy people in my life that like to bother me, and this is what they do. I don't know if they got the buzz that there's people eating out of garbage cans and they're sitting there with a $6,000 baby shower, but it is what it is, I guess. All right, this goes like this. See, I'm forming the body. Oh yeah, she loves to spend money. She's over on TikTok all the time, and she wants to be a superstar too. It's crazy. I mean, I get it, but she's not very good at making videos. Is the thing, and she doesn't. I'm not trying to talk horrible about her. I guess I am, but she don't have any real talent, and she doesn't try to do positive anything. And I do mean positive anything. She just likes to everybody to think that she's great and that's it. That's the problem. So I don't know. I just can't be associated with it, I guess. I can't stand her at times. I will put up with her for my grandkid though. Which day is Annabelle coming to see me in the month of June? Oh my god. Annabelle. Did you guys see Stephen King's Annabelle? I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know if you want Annabelle to see you. I had to put that out there. Annabelle the doll, where they have in the Stephen King where she kills all those people and then they end up dying and then she comes back in the form of a doll and murders all those people. I'm sure she's a nice person though. I like to put I love literature. I am a writer. I have to save up now $150 for my friend Amazon to publish my book. At least I got inheritance money so I can get that going. That'll be nice. I don't know. They say they do illustrations and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I might. The one of the residents that taught me how to draw, she told me I'd be good at kids' books illustrations. I might write a kids' book about me and Sean. I'm thinking about it. I wish YouTube had a publishing side to it. I really do. Alright. She may have insecurity when other people appreciate. I don't know, maybe she feels security. I feel sick every time I go near her. I'll tell you that much. See, I'm not supposed to say things like this, but this is how I feel about her, and I just can't stand her at times. I really can't. And I don't think she could stand me either, and I'm okay with that also. Alright, which day? I don't know which day Annabelle's coming for you, Drift King, but I will do an energy reading on it for you. I really will. And I hope she's nice and not like the Annabelle that Stephen King portrays. It would be fun. You should get her an Annabelle doll for your guys' anniversary. That would be fun if you guys get together just a present and just that would I would do that if I had a friend named Annabelle. I would sit there and I would deliver an Annabelle doll to them. Just like people that are named Chucky, having the Chucky doll, that would be that. I'm sure they get a lot of Chucky dolls. That would be funny. I have a very grim sense of humor. I do. This is why when I was live streaming on Facebook a lot, they always said I offended people too much. And I used to tell them I wish they had 18 and older because I am a sarcastic person. And my sarcasm gets me in problems. So, even on TikTok, they're getting like that. They're just going to start like revising it and making it more strict. This is why I can't stream over there either because I offend people there too. But I guess the truth hurts. Alright, Drift King, your whole Annabelle situation is in a full moon in Leo. And it's just talking about pride and stuff like that. And then you got a new moon in Cancer surrounding your whole situation and a new moon in Pisces. And the new moon in Cancer just talks about you and your loved ones. And I think this represents her. Loved ones could be just somebody you love in general. So she's safe, I'll tell you that. And then the new moon in Pisces just talks about meditating and contemplating is pretty much what the card's meaning is. But in here, it just I'm sensing that Annabelle is rethinking about a lot of stuff. So and kind of dragging her feet a little, which we all do. That's a big life decision, because you leave your mom and your dad, and all of a sudden another guy appears, and you gotta adjust to a whole new, different kind of relationship. That's kind of what we do. We go from our parents, and then go from our parents to an adult relationship where we're not the child, and then we have children. It really is what life's about. But this full moon in Leo is talking about pride. I'm thinking that she is more her than you. She's vain. I'm picking up vanity. There's vanity and an ego with her. So, I don't know. They always say Lucifer's greatest sin was his ego and vanity. So, I can't tell you the day, but I guess when she decides to get herself together, but I don't know. Just beware that she is kind of vain. People that are vain sometimes are like that. So, but that doesn't mean she can't come back because Lucifer is a great guy too. And, you know, I'm sure he's back in heaven too. I don't know for sure, but in my head, he's back in heaven. Alright, you want guidance? What kind of guidance would you like? Personal, love, what sector? There's all kinds of sectors of life. DC logs, vlogs. Okay, vlogs. I'm getting to pronounce all these things a little better now. Alright, I gotta get these eyebrows in the right spot. At least this is turning out decent. I'm going to place the eyebrows first because I always have problems, and it's in this groove here where this eyebrow comes. And like I said, Disney is very specific. Very specific about things. Alright. I'm Just doing a little bit of shading here. Alright, bring it out here and defining it out more here. That's how Disney kind of has things. And it's better to do this eye first. Career, okay. Yeah, career is better and I feel to focus on and less chaotic than love. Career is the easy thing to focus and get together in your life. Love is so unpredictable, so chaotic. It really is. Your love sector can change within a day. I didn't know if you knew that. Depending on how the person changes and everything. Even if you have a nice person you're with, sometimes it changes within the day. That's why I say everyone says that the most chaotic thing is pretty much, well, everybody says evil is revenge. At least revenge, there's a beginning and end to it. With love, there's not. And there's so much inner hidden meanings involved. It's confusing. It really is. And there's so many different layers with love. It is. I would rather take revenge over love these days because at least you know and you know what to prepare for. Someone says they love you, then they do this horrible thing, and it was for another reason. It's not nor good nor bad. It's like, okay, where do you go from there? But I think that's just God's way of trusting us. Oh yeah, I am not. I mean, yeah, I am married now, but I went 2, 3 years with nobody. I don't like the fact that you can't trust people. I don't like the fact they can change up, and I'm very specific. So there's nothing wrong being specific because some people are not truthful, and honestly, 80% of the world is untruthful, and that's the world we live in. Your career is in a full moon in Aries. And this could be good and bad. I feel like there's stuff going on in your career that is gaining attention, I guess you could say. And sometimes when you gain attention and things come to a theory complex, sometimes a raise is involved. I feel there's somebody work related that's jealous of you. And I don't think it's, or just money related, they're kind of jealous a little. And jealousy is not a good thing. It really isn't. It creates a lot of bad things. And your career is surrounded by a full moon in Scorpio and a North Node. And full moon in Scorpio just talks about releasing negativity. And the North Node is just talks about stuff coming out of your bubble, going somewhere else where you're not so comfortable and getting new things. And I don't feel like this is what I feel is going on. Your money sector is, it's just literally just people just talking crap and things like that. I don't think it's anything that's going to affect your life or anything that's going on. But at work, there's always somebody that's deceiving, and there's always somebody that's jealous of you because everybody wants to make more money. So, and nobody wants to help no one. They just want to take more money and help nobody. But that's not bad. I mean, maybe just start looking for other opportunities out there. So just see and don't leave your job and just go in there and don't even. I wouldn't even care if they want to talk to you or don't want to talk to you. I go to work and I don't care if nobody says hi to me. I don't give a damn. I'm there to do my job and go home. That's where I'm at. They have good health insurance. That is why I'm there. I'm getting all my little stuff done and getting out. That is my plan. And I'm hoping to get out soon. But make yourself a goal. How much you really need that job and for how long. I know how long I need my job for, and after that, I probably won't need it much more. I'm sculpting this eye. Everyone at my work's they always talk crap about me being a live streamer. I will tell you that much. They enjoy that. I don't understand. It's like, so what? If that's what I like to do, that's what I like to do. Oh, you're welcome. But yeah, I get it. They will be shitheads. I'm going to sculpt this nose now because I'm trying to get this selfie out. I kind of like the way his face is. I like the selfie look for Pooh. Alright. Alright. This line is not going right. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't go back to work till Friday. Oh yes, I keep it real and I just don't give a damn. And this is why I got the only network that seems to like me is YouTube so far. And they keep saying you can go on Twitch, but I'm not much of a stream. I don't really do a lot of videos that has to do with that, and I kind of like you guys. I've built relationships with you guys, so I just figure I should stay in here for a while. But oh, you're welcome. I just like the whole socialization because I am a healthcare worker. And when you're in healthcare, you get the worst people in the world to work with. And I talk about the worst people in the world and the best at the same time. And I swear to God, they're all bipolar. And they wonder why I go on YouTube to talk to other people. I mean, I would lose my mind and be in the psych ward if that's the only people I had to talk to was them. The residents, they're different. Residents are residents. I mean, you'll lose your mind getting too involved with them to begin with. Especially the residents I deal with. I deal with all kinds of residents. Some got mental issues, some don't, yada yada, but you take what they say with a grain of salt. But the other workers, they're ridiculous. I mean, sometimes I gotta be, every once in a while, I gotta report them. Because they're shitheads to the residents. And then, I mean, it's one thing if they're shitheads to me because I don't give a damn. But sometimes they're shitheads to the residents. And I don't like that. But this is why I like to come over here and talk to non-medical people. This is the lore. You got most of the time you guys are non-medical. And the medical scene can be very aggravating at times. See, every little stupid line counts. It really does. I have realized this. Especially when you're cultivating Disney characters. Alright. I gotta get this expression nice. I really do like being a sketch artist. This is gonna be nice when I get a little bit of painting in this, because I do love painting. I got my paintbrush and stuff out. because I want to get this painted too for Owen. They actually like my art, so at least I don't gotta worry about her trying to throw away the picture. I think my son might kill her. Okay. This eyeball was not supposed to be right there. He was supposed to be looking sideways, what I talk about. Eyes are so important. They are. Now I gotta redo it and bring it more to the side. There you go. And then bring it here. That's why I like pencil. Pencil is my favorite thing to start sketching with because once you get other colors involved in your paints and stuff, these can blend in with them. And shading in eyes sometimes is way better with pencil. I know every sketch artist is a little different, but I feel that to me this is better. All right, that's nicer there. See, I got his eye here. I do one side of the face and get that centered, and then do the other side. And then you look right where this eyebrow is at and bring it right over here. I mean, it is not hard to be a sketch artist. I was drawing stickmen, and I do tell you guys this, I really was for the longest time. And so my residents decided they were going to teach me how to draw. But I got the hang of it, and I know if I can get the hang of it, you guys can too. You absolutely can. There's nothing hard about this stuff. It's practice, and it's very relaxing. Oh my god, is it relaxing? Alright. Okay, this is a little bit too long. You gotta make everything we did one side, the other side match. You have to measure with your fingers. And then just did my eyebrow and I measured it out. You gotta measure out everything. Alright, now this one is looking straightforward. Because you gotta get these expressions in well. This is where you want to do is good expression with your eyes. Okay, you just want a little one there. Alright, here we go. There we go. Just a little bit, and then you want this one here. Because Disney is very, like I said, they are specific about placement. And every line counts. And I feel sometimes the paintings are better if you sketch it out. I really do. Just shade this up a little. I like to do just shade up a little just so it doesn't look so defined. Because some things you want a little softer look to, and some things you want a little bolder look. Eyes, you don't want them so bold. Sometimes you want them because the eyes are, they say, are the window to the soul. So you want the eyes to be kind of soft and show good expression. You really do. Just gonna here. There we go. And then just a little softness there. Alright, we got that so far. That's what you do. You just add softness to your work. Right in here. Alright, we do that. And we'll start shading this a little because once this gets painted, oh god. There we go. My computer loves acting up. Loves acting up sometimes. Now that. And this. Got that. I'll start just shading in this. Okay, I think I'm missing the other part of the shirt was half the problem here. But he still kind of looks crazy. But I'm gonna be finishing this up as soon as I get Winnie the Pooh done. Because this baby shower is coming. And I have to have some of these things. I got a set done so far, but I'm trying to get like a couple other things to add for the baby shower. Since I'm in charge of all the artwork now. There we go. See all the nice shading in here. Now I'm gonna sculpt here and connect this to the front. It goes that way. It goes that way. I'm gonna make Winnie the Pooh look cool. I'm going to shade in some of this collar. I did have to practice, folks, my technique for doing different stuff. I will admit that. If you're looking on this, and maybe want to know how to do Winnie the Pooh. But I'm shading around here to give it dimension. Because you want to shade, and it does. You could do all the most beautiful artwork in the world, but shading really helps. I say shade it out. Shade out everything. Shading out everything is like the best thing you can do. And shade the way you want people to look at your stuff. You really do. Like, if you want people to look sideways, shade sideways. I mean, and I think shading gives it a lot of different characteristics. Even if you want to do a touch of paint with it, that's okay. Sometimes I feel sketch art and really good shading kind of go hand in hand. So, I really do. I'm shading around here, this corner, and shading up this way, shading up that way. There we go. And do same thing up here. Like, I want people to be looking up at his face. So this shading is going to go up and sideways. That's kind of how you do it. And it makes it look very nice. I'll tell you you're the most talented person in the world. Just because of the wonderful shading that you did to something. Just like here, got that shaded. This is all shading that's doing this. Shading can make or break your painting. I'm going to make these lines a tiny bit bolder and start shading these down. Alright. There we go. We're shading it down because that's where we kind of want everybody looking. Winnie the Pooh saying, "Look at me, hello, I just did a selfie." This is what he's saying in my head. So, I'm shading up this way where his hand is. And you could just do it like, even if you go and look at a sketch somebody did, or there's something you want to sketch and you want to look to see the lines, that's okay. It's totally fine. That's why all this stuff is online there for you. That's why they have how to do videos on sketching. But you could shade it and make it your own. You really can. And if you shade it and make it your own, people they'll think you're grand and they'll say, "Oh my God, how talented here, how you are." And you just be like, "I just been practicing my shading." And then you move about your business. Because it really is all about shading. Anybody can learn to draw. But shading, it has its own animal involved. There you go. So I got the hand shaded. This just comes from nice shading. Alright, I'm going to shade this way in more this way because I want who to be looking this way. I want everyone to be looking at him and looking at his beautiful selfie that he's taking for Disney. He's saying, "Hello world, here I am. What's up?" I love that about this picture. I kind of like the best that he's on the selfie pose. Alright. Right now, I'm just going to strengthen these lines in here. Alright. See, I'm getting the head. That's the trick to having a nice sketch. And I am going to paint this. I'm going to make this actually into a painting because I have been doing so much, focusing on so much on sketch art that I really have neglected my paints. And I do love the painting. I really absolutely love painting, so I need to get back into my painting because I love painting. And lately, with all the stress I've been having, I need to paint. I really do. That I need to do is paint. I need to sketch, I need to paint. Because when you're done with a piece of artwork, you feel better. And it really does help you. It helps you just get rid of all that negative energy of the day. It really does. I wouldn't tell you guys advice I don't take myself. I really would not. Alright. Now I gotta shade out this. And there's straight shading too. All this defining the lines is shading also. It's still considered shading. It all is under the category of shading. Every bit of it. It's just sometimes you want some lines defined more than others. And I'm just going to shade coming this way. Because I think it makes things look nice and soft when you do that. I really do. I'm going to shade that. Alright. I honestly think we're good now. Alright, we got this for here. And I'm going to take a picture of this on my phone because I always post these. I'm going to do a before and after on this also. So we got our before because the after is going to be once I get the paint done. And since I got two people that showed up, here's the before. I shaded this out by hand. Do all this on stream also. Live. All of my artwork is always live. I don't like people to think that I cheated. I don't, because I am not a cheater. Never been a cheater, never will be. Put this one in the trash. Alright. Alright, that I'll post for the before. I'm just going through my little messages and stuff. Actually, not messages. All the notifications from TikTok and YouTube. Alright, I got that now done. Now, we're going to start some painting fun. But what I'd like to do, because with sketch painting, sometimes I don't want this to be like Ashuman. Oh, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just starting my painting. I sketched this out. I'm going to add the pastels first and then do the paint also. Because I don't want it to be all painted up. I'm not one of these artists that like everything with paint. But how do you do it, Ashman? You been alright lately? You know, there's all kinds of craziness going on in the world. Okay, orange. Alright. I'm taking these pastels, and these are the hard master pastels I'm using. They come like a chalky thing. And I'm going to start doing this because there's certain parts of this painting that I want to have color, but not so bold, because I feel like traditional painting at times can get tedious because if you might have not wanted a color being so strong in one area. So I do this and then I touch up with the paint. I feel that this is like a better practice with sketch painting. That's pretty much what I like to do, is sketch painting. It's cheaper. It really is, and I think it's more fun because it's not expensive. It's expensive to go and get all these canvases and this and that. It is. And to the common person that just wants to learn how to sketch, it's sometimes too much. And you could take this and I rub it in the background too. If you have a little left over, just take your finger and do that. And we got this so far. And I'm going to take the paints and just brush over on the sides with them. And orange, I'm going to find my orange pastel. I'm going to be doing, I like to do my paints more than anything else. I did finish my pottery though. I did do the pottery. It doesn't look awful, but it don't look good. But it doesn't look awful at the same time. I'm going to need a lot of extra work on that. But the next time I come on, I'm going to definitely be painting the pot. I just made an incense holder. It's not bad for the first time doing pottery, because from what I heard from another person that came on here, is that pottery is hard. And I'll tell you, folks, making a cup is hard, because I'm here on YouTube trying to learn to make a cup and I got a little kid's pottery wheel, but I was figured, might as well list some videos on making all kinds of stuff. And I don't know. They have really good people over here. And I do mean really good people when it comes to making cups and stuff. They sell their stuff. I mean, it gets that deep. I mean, I'm good at candles. I do love my candle making. Love the candle making. It's great. But I just give those out for presents, honestly. Here we go. Here's that. And these are what these do, and I only paid $20 for these on Amazon. $20. And I swear I've had these for about a year. A year, I tell you. That's a long time to have it, and it's cheaper than dealing with paint. And with my one friend that was teaching me how to do sketch painting, she says you don't need oil paints if you know how to do this properly. So she was teaching me before she died. So dealing with hospice, sometimes I do want to say where I do work, it's more of the people that were more accomplished in life, because it's more expensive to go to my place. Even though everybody thinks it's awful and yada yada yada, all the richer people seem to go there to retire. So you run into famous artists and stuff there. So I guess that's one reason I stay. Alright, now I'll show you the magic in this, and I'm just going to do touching of the other. I'm going to take a picture of this because I'm going to show like this in phases, like I said. And this just came from a sketch I seen on the internet. You just find something you vibe with and make it your own. Shade it out, and then start putting colors in it. Why not? And they could be very good presents. Take a picture of that. Alright. I like to show you the things because some people, they don't want to deal with the paint, and they might want to do that. So these are options one has for making these things. Can I ask a question? Of course you can. What are the Gemini's feelings towards me, new subscriber? Okay. I did my son's room in Winnie the Pooh when he was little. Oh, okay. Yeah, my Owen, I guess, is going to have a whole collection. I have it posted on my thing. I did Rabbit, and Rabbit looks really good. I did him, and he's very expressive and everything. I mean, I do want to do the paint, but it's just going to be, I think, just a tiny little touch here and there. Because I want to try something new. So, that's where I'm at, Winnie the Pooh. But I got a lot of them. I got Tigger, and I'll probably do another Tigger for him. But I feel a Scorpio that I say, why spend the money if you can make it yourself? Because these things on Etsy could get expensive. A really nice Winnie the Pooh portrait, if you can, like, if you know how to sketch a little and just rub some pastels. You can buy that on Etsy for, like, I think it's 20 or more dollars sometimes. So you like Tigger? I like Tigger too. I have a bunch of Tiggers I did also. But but yeah, it saves a lot of money, and I do candles too, Scorpio. I could show you how to make your own candles, and next time I come on, I'm going to be making a candle. I make them and I show you how to do the ingredients and everything, and you get the kit from Amazon or Walmart or wherever you want to get it from. Usually, the candle making kit's not expensive, and once you have the whole kit, the wax is pretty cheap. And you just make like, if you just feel like having a rose scented candle, you make it your own. You can have a jasmine rose. You can make all kinds of different kinds of rose flavors and smells. So I used to make vape juice. I had a good hustle. I used to make like $200 a week on vape juice until the government decided that ordering your own nicotine was illegal and a federal offense. So I had to stop. So now I do candles and perfume. But I have picked up sketching along the way also. All right, you for your Gemini here. The whole cycle, the whole energy, the energy and the whole situation is in a new moon in Libra. You guys are in a new romantic cycle, which is good or bad. I mean, you could be in a new romantic cycle with somebody you've been with for 20 years. Because they say we always change over time, especially every 7 years. I've heard that. And then you got a dissembling moon and a waxing moon surrounding the whole energy with this guy. And the dissembling moon just talks about relaxing, breathing out, thinking about the things that really matter and of that nature, and just getting to relax and know yourself a little better. And then the waxing moon just talks about energy just getting stronger. I do think he cares. I'm not picking up anything negative. I just think he has a really bad way of saying it. I really do. I think he's one of those guys that question everything and is very skeptical. And some, people are people. I'm a bit of a skeptic myself. So I do feel that there's love. It's just, he's just a little skeptical and a little jaded. And I think we all are at some point in our life. So, and there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, we're not perfect people. Not at all. And think we are both. Well, you know what? Two people that have been hurt can heal each other. There's your positivity with that. Because why not? I mean, when I got with my husband, he was very jaded and stuff and had some horrible relationships. And then we got together, and we've been together for, God, 11 years now. So it's possible. And we've healed each other. So you guys could heal each other. I mean, this is why God sometimes puts people together to heal each other. And sometimes if you get really hurt, you find somebody that was equally as hurt so you can understand them. So that's why I look at it. There's nothing negative about it. Alright, I'm going to start and do. My brother says when you paint, because our cousin is very, very good at painting. She's actually going to the FBI to getting a job. And I asked my brother, I was like, well, I do sketching. And he says, you paint very carefully. So I got, this is acrylic paint, and I get the pre-made. I buy them from Amazon, but you can get them anywhere. You can get them from, if you want, from Walmart or other people. I got this so far. I'm just strengthening up the sides. My kind of painting is just making it a little bit brighter and nicer. And I don't want to have all my sketch work covered up. And then I just brush that on there. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. You know, if you come on later or just want to chat or something, when I come on later, I'm going to be taking Chong for a walk, and afterwards, I'll be making candles. Because everybody in my life seems to be interested in my candles, so. And I can show you my candle recipes. Because I love making candle recipes as much as I love sketching. I feel if we don't have fun in our life, it kind of doesn't make it worth living without some kind of fun or something to look forward to. I really honestly do. See, just that little bit, brightened it up, and use the same color as your acrylics. Okay. Yeah, I hit the notification too. And you know, my problem is every time I hit there, I see the sad dogs that are sitting there starving and dying. And thank God for the dogs for family. This is why I'm over here, because there's so many dogs starving. I'm trying to promote humanity over here. If I can't get a dog shelter, it is what it is. I'm hoping that somebody sees my videos and says to themselves, I'm going to be a nicer person. I'm not going to beat my dog. This is what I'm hoping for. And humanity is free. It really is free, humanity. I will admit to that. I will say that you could be poor and be humane at the same time. So there's no excuse not to be humane in the world and be happy. Because it's a free thing. See? I'm shading with the paint. You can shade with paint too. Oh yeah, that's why I do that all the time, Scorpio. That's why I did today I did a bunch of inspirationals. I'm an inspirational digital creator. That's what I did on Facebook until they literally somehow I got hacked, and I'm having so much trouble getting in my pages. I had 6,000 people following me. But that's what I'm famous for, is my inspirationals. And I want to inspire everyone to be happy and humane and just embrace humanity. I feel that people have lost their humanity. And when we have lost our humanity, in my opinion, I believe we just turned into animals. And the animals, honestly, they have more humanity than us. Because even the animals will sit there and you see these dogs cuddling with kittens. It's because the humans are so awful. That's what they have to do. But here we go. See that? You can do that with paint. That's why I say sketch art and paint go hand in hand. Oh, yeah. That's all I'm doing is just, I'm shading with the paint. And then I do the pastels. I try to have it up so you guys can see it. I have these problems sometimes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try. I like to make good artwork. I like to spread humanity with art and fun things because I feel a lot of people and a lot of, I just feel there's not enough humanity on YouTube, and I'm not trying to be negative. That's why I'm trying to be the one that you see the shorts with the dog and doing cute things, and you laugh and go, "Oh, I like that song." And then I do photography and a bunch of other stuff also. But that is what I do over here. And I feel that there's enough people over here not doing that. So every day I put out 9 videos. 9 a day. Because there's that much negativity going on in YouTube. Now I'm going to shade in the red paint for his coat here. And I got scarlet over here with these acrylic paints. And I like to get the ready-made ones. Some artists make their own colors. I use paint, but not like that. Oh yeah, me too. I watched Bob Ross my entire life, and I actually was not painting until, God, a year ago? I had my residents laugh out loud, showing me how to be a good sketch artist, how to paint, how to do this. I mean, you can learn. If I can learn, you can. I guarantee you, if I can learn, you can learn. These are things that anybody can do. I'm just literally just painting a sketch painting. Just like I would the pencil. I'm doing a different style of painting. I feel it's good to redefine things you do. I really do. And I feel that it's good to do that because how many painters do things one way? I'd like to do sketch painting. And all I'm doing is what I would do with the pencil. That's it. And I've been doing little experiments with all this, and it seems like it works out well. Because I really love sketching. I think sketching is like my most favorite thing to do. Out of all the arts, I did like making my pottery thing. It didn't turn out awful for my first thing. It's an incense holder because I can't figure out how to put a damn hole in it to make a pot or anything. But that's okay. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna put these lines in a shirt with the paint. Because you want your sketch to kind of come out, and especially with this darker color here. Just go over with your paintbrush to these defining lines in a shirt. Because these you want to be defined. These, not so much the edges. But these, yes. There we go. And just bring it up here. And I don't like to paint the whole middle in. Because that's what everybody else in the world's doing. And yeah, they're wonderful at it and they're good at layering their paint, but I don't know if I want to be that kind of painter. And I think I'm good. I might do something with the face. I don't know. I'm not sure. When I was little, I used to play and ask my younger sister to help me with their artistic work or project. Oh, you know what? I wish I could sing. I really can. I really wish I could because I'm half deaf. I just got some of my hearing back because I've been putting hemp oil in my ear and everything, and I see the world in numbers, in art, and books. So I write, and I think I sing with words, if that makes any sense. But I do like to listen to people sing. I was in choir when I was younger. Because when you're in Catholic school, everybody's in choir, even if you can't sing, you're in choir. All right, I got white chalk paint here for some of his thing. But anywho, when I was in choir, I never had a solo. I'll tell you that. You know, the nuns say that God's voice, God loves everybody's voice, but apparently God did not like my voice as much as the other ones. All right, this one's a little bit rough, but it'll do for this. Okay, there. Sometimes I like to just take the open ones, but you know what? It's okay. We all need singers. I mean, my God, in YouTube, there's nothing about a but. I mean, singers are why people come in to YouTube. So without the singers in the world, nobody would come watch the painters or no one else. You want to use a real small stroke brush for this. But God bless you and being able to sing because we do need the singers of the world. And you know, they usually say that angels have the best voices. I always heard that. Maybe you're an angel. They say that we're all angels, but I don't think everyone's an angel. I have religious people that are my friends. I used that got other jobs and stuff, and they used to tell me that angels can sing and this and that, and we're all fallen angels. I don't know if I believe that. Color bottles away from the painting. Oh yeah, I have a my art studio is crammed over here. Thank God for my inheriting this house. But I honestly give away most of my stuff. This is for my grandson. And when I do make these, it's not like I'm a regular trade artist of trade here. I'm not. I'm not trying to make a big name for myself. I'm just here to have fun. I look at it as I'm not a big artist and I'm okay with that. I do want to get my book published, but Amazon is going to charge me $150 just to get this done. They say that they could do a lot of my like artwork and stuff. I was hoping to do my own damn artwork, but I don't know. They have Amazon publishing and everything. And I have been very good with words. Even though I can't hear the music sometimes, I hear the words. And the words that I don't do speak to me. And I hear pretty words in my head. So that I do. So I don't know if that's anything, but I do appreciate all you guys singers because that's what everybody comes to YouTube for is the singers. The singers, the everybody rapping, which is singing, just a different form of singing. But this is what brings the people is you guys. And I'm okay with it. I mean, somebody has to, but I'm just hoping when I get my link on Amazon Publishing that maybe one or two people will buy my book, and that would be really nice. And then I could die, and on my bucket list will be that I published a book and it got bought. Because I do think there's a shortage of writers. Stephen King is about ready to retire. Having fun is like a dream nowadays for me as a medical student. Okay, you're a medical student. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I was. The people keep telling me to be a nurse, but I don't want to be a nurse because I'm not running down the hallway when somebody flatlines or they're dying, and everybody goes in the damn room like a herd of buffaloes. I'm not doing it. I tell them I'm not. I'll just do my painting and live streaming, and I'll stick to. I do have a medical job, but I'll stick to I'll stick to nursing assistant, and I'm a medical assistant also, and I'll stick to that. I do appreciate you doctors though, because the last doctor I had was very good. He did take my big toenails out, but I was in circulation problems because of my toenail. He said that where the toenail, because I got cone shaped ones. Oh yes, they do. But he said that I had cone shaped nails, and it was going up by my nerve. So, but yeah, the nurses do work a lot more than the doctors. But you need the doctors, just like they can't remove your toenails and stuff. I try to take a lot of supplements, and I just ordered beet beet powder. And I really watch my diet. I don't really eat out. I don't really eat any fried foods anymore. And I've noticed my health is better. Because there's ways that I don't mind dying, but there's certain ways that people die when they eat a lot of bad food. I don't want to die of a heart attack. I just want to die in my sleep of old age. And I don't see this happening with half of the food that America gives out. So I really don't. So I just stopped eating it. People think I'm crazy, and they said I lost a lot of weight. I eat like I'm supposed to. All right, I don't know if this is turning to hell in a handbasket or what. I think I'm good with this. Oh yeah. Well, thank you. I'm trying. I sketched it out first, and then I put the pastels. And now I got the black around just to get the face centered. I like to call it sketch painting. Here on YouTube, no one does sketch painting. Sketch painting is something I just kind of made up. I'm thinking about not putting black around the top. I think it might take away from the integrity of it. I think it just might be done. But yeah, this is going to be for my grandson for his room. But I'm glad that you came in the stream. I really am. I appreciate you. And I do promote humanity over here. So, and it seems any medical person is a humanitarian. They take an oath. So, even if you at times you feel like you lost your humanity, you took an oath for humanity. So, that I do agree with. But I'm gonna let you go, and I will be back later, painting and sketching out something else. because I got to take Chong outside. And you could catch up on your medical studies. I don't know, it might be your patient one day. You never know. I was just refreshing my YouTube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a lot of videos. I'm a digital creator. I love to make videos and inspirationals. Love to. It's like my favorite thing to do. I don't know why. I enjoy it. I wake up and just figure what kind of music and cute saying can I put to this today, and this is how I spend my days. So I'm weird like that. But I'll be back, and I will see you guys later. And thank you so much. You want to shift to US? Oh, okay. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Trump these days. You might want to stay away from the US for a little bit until he's out of office. I mean, who knows anymore? He's crazy at times. I never know what's going on with American politics these days. And I'm American and don't even know what's going on among damn politics. That's crazy. Oh, okay. You're I've about him. You heard about him. Everyone's heard about him. I mean, I thought Ronald Reagan and all them were kind of outlandish, but he's even something. So I don't know. I just keep my opinions to myself, and I just try to survive in this world. And that's it. Because what else can you do? So, but I'll be back. Maybe I'll be on definitely Saturday because I'm off Saturday. Oh yeah, he doesn't. I don't know what he did. What he does with all the importing people and exporting. He's got issues in the world. I don't know. I don't know. He needs help sometimes. I think that there's some kind of maybe mental issue or possibly just getting old because I think he's in his 70s or something. So, oh, well, let me do yours, Andrea. Oh, yeah. All right. I just finished up this painting. When I post the live stream, you could see how it's made if you want. I mean, there has to be some budding art students out there that like to see this stuff. I like to see things personally. So, but that's just me. I like to look at things. I like to look at how people make things too. That makes me think. Oh, well, thank you. I try. I just practice sketching and shading, and then you just add a little bit pastel and some paint, and you could come up with some unique paints. You really can. And it doesn't even take that much time. It doesn't. It took me 2 hours. And then you didn't have to go on Etsy and buy anything. Etsy will Etsy or TikTok will rip you off with all that when you could do it yourself and probably do a better job. They overcharge for everything. All right, your coworker Michelle. That your coworker is that whole thing is in a new moon in Capricorn. And this just talks about hard work. And then that's surrounded by a cardinal moon and first quarter moon. And the cardinal moon just talks about making moves and being bold. The first quarter moon's talking about commitment. I feel that she's working for she's trying to work herself up the ladder. And there's a little bit of jealousy. And she wants to be more committed to her career and stuff like that. That's what I'm picking up. Well, I don't know. I could be wrong, but this is what I'm picking up in the energy. So if she is not talking to you, I would just let her be and let her have her space and just see what happens. It doesn't always have to turn out badly. It really doesn't. Oh, I can't even get in my Instagram or my TikTok. I mean, the TikTok I can get into, and I do post over there every day, but it's still Chong the dog over in TikTok. And you'll see this, and I think the videos over here are the nicer ones because TikTok makes me use music that I don't like. Oh, you're welcome. And it makes me, and I just don't like it, the same quality video that Google made for me because Google makes all my videos for me. I'm trying to get in my Instagram, but it just hasn't been happening lately for me. So I gave up on Instagram. I really have. But when I get in there, I'll let you know. Oh, I will just follow me on YouTube then. That's where all my best videos are, and that's where I only live stream over here. I don't live stream anywhere else. I live stream like here it's afternoon. And I'd like do a lot of afternoon and late night streaming and stuff. But I'm mostly here, so I'm probably in your time zone, honestly. And that's pretty much what I do, and I just be doing up late night painting and arts and crafts. And every day there'll be an upload of inspirationals because I feel everyone should be inspired all around the world to do humane things. A girl from capital of India. Oh, you're a girl. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I am sorry for thinking you were a boy. You know what? It's sometimes you come up and in here, and I talk to many people, and then sometimes, I'm thinking the last person I talked to was a boy and all that. But good for you. I mean, being a doctor and all that. Oh, okay. Yep. I mean, that's great. I'm glad that you're being going and doing well in your life. Women need to have more empowerment in the world. So I'm very proud of you. And I'll pray that you become a great doctor. And then since I'm 51 and seem to have minor operations, maybe I'll come to you for my next one. Who knows? I have lots of doctors from India that I go to, except for the podiatrist that did my toenail removal. He was American. My dentist is from India. My medical doctor's from India. And they're some of the best doctors out there because they don't want to give you a bunch of antibiotics because I don't want to I don't want to get C. diff and things like this from having too much antibiotics. And I've been way healthier, and they're more holistic doctors, which is nice. So you keep in the good fight, and I definitely for you. I hope you never need a doctor. Well, yeah, I've sometimes you need a doctor so you don't have bigger problems. These cone-shaped toenails were going in my toe, and it was like 4 or 5 inches deep in each side, and they were hitting a vein, which helped my circulation and helped the bigger problem. So sometimes you got to have minor surgery to avoid bigger problems. But thank you. I've been taking the lion's mane and everything else. Oh yes, they gave me this the first they froze it. I forgot what he called it. It's a spray that's like really cold, and then he numbed my toe, and then he showed me the toenail that was going near my vein. So, and you could tell my veins in my legs were starting to pop out. So, and he said eventually, but it gave me heart problems. So when these surgeons and all that have their little things, I just take the time off work and put in and get it done. Because I think here in America, oh yeah, I have weird things that happen. In America, no one wants to go get the little things done, and the big things happen. They wonder why. So, oh, it's fine now. I'm on a dry dressing. At first it looked like hamburger meat. Now I'm on a dry dressing and I put some hemp oil on it because it looked like 3 layers of skin grew. And I took off Sunday because I told him I wanted to be fully healed of my thing. Oh, hi Anya. Yeah, I can do a reading for you real quick. And after this reading, I'm gonna go take Mr. Chong for his walk. Oh, actually, my medical bill for everything with the 2 toe removals was $10. I have good insurance. I'm sure the surgeon got paid well. I just went in there and told him to go ahead and take both of them, and I was done. But yeah, I only paid $10. My insurance paid everything else. That's why I go get these minor things done. But yeah, medical bills are very expensive, and that's why I keep my job because even if you don't like the people at your job, if it has stuff that benefits you, stay. And that's why I stay there. I give the best care to the people and I care about them. But they pay just to stay at the nursing home where I'm at. They pay almost $90,000 a year. A lot of my oh yes, insurance does help. It helps a lot. If you get a job with good insurance, just keep it. If you don't want to, like, I don't want to go further in the medical because I have aspirations, other kinds of aspirations. I want to be a book writer. I like art. So I just keep my job with good insurance and keep on the good fight and keep on with trying to make my artwork better all the time. All right, you want to know Het? I see HET, current feelings about me. Oh yeah, it is. It is, and it's good that I'm a medical. I'm only a nursing assistant, but my husband works 6 days a week. But I make decent money for what? Because I am in I'm in a nursing home that has a lot of that people are paying a lot of stuff. They're paying high bills, so we get paid good. But I can't stand half of my coworkers about a lot of times. But at the same point, I need that health insurance. So sometimes that's what you did, and I tell them all I'm just there for the health insurance. All right, now. Ah, you're very nice. See, next is my dentist is from India. I have this little chip in my tooth, and he's the one that did my jaw surgery. And everything in my adventure with the dentist is going to get done. Because after I get through with the dental, I'm done with the dental surgeon. He's doing a deep cleaning. And the chip, my front tooth will be the last thing they fix after I paid $600 towards them doing They did an operation on my gums and got all the infection out of my gums. And I paid $600 towards this, and he got paid the rest, and 4 teeth got extracted. I could still eat, thank God. All right, and now I'm gonna be back to him for my free deep clean, and then back to another dentist. Oh yeah, it's a lot. And then when I go back to the other dentist, I'll probably have to save about $400 for a root canal for one of them, and then they're gonna fix my front tooth. So it's crazy. And all the stuff with the dentist started because I just wanted them to fix the chip in my tooth, and we have good dental insurance. And when you have good insurance, they want to do everything for you, everything. And they want to go out of their way to help you. I did not want a jaw operation, but I ended up having to get it anyways. They said that I had infection that was going to my heart. Now it's gone, but I can't tolerate eating spices. That went away. That's the reason why I'm losing weight, is because I just don't crave certain things anymore. But Anya, oh yeah, that is too much for real. It is. Oh, there. I this. All right. The thoughts of pet is that whole energy situation with het, which I just pick up energy. That's all I do. Is in a full moon in Leo, and it just talks about pride. It's something about his pride and not knowing if, kind of doubting about it, if they, and second guessing and stuff. It's nothing malicious, it's just a second guessing things. And we all second guess everything in life. And if you say you don't, you're lying, because we all do. It's our human nature. And it's nothing wrong with second guessing. And all that whole situation with with this person is in a new moon in Pisces surrounds you, and a full moon in Libra. And new moon in Pisces just talks about meditating, contemplating, pretty much thinking things over in layman's terms. And the full moon in Libra, it just talks about how everybody wins. I say just go and tell him your feelings and stuff, and tell him you want to meet him in the middle and strengthen your relationship, and I think it'll go very far. Sometimes I think we forget to meet people in the middle. And when you don't meet someone in the middle, they feel like one person is more important than the other. And that's not really what a relationship's about. A relationship is about two people coming together. So, oh yeah, I mean, I have lots of advice. I got boys and they don't listen to it, but I do have advice in the world, and I have lived 51 years. I don't tell anybody, any of you guys, anything that I haven't lived through that doesn't work. I give you things that works that I've used. And I've used that with my current husband, and we've been together over 10 years now. We just came together in the middle, and I just asked him, why do you keep acting like that? And we had a long discussion, and we've been together ever since then. And I mean, you got to accept what the other person wants, and if it's something that you really can't live with, you got to let them know and tell them that you'll always be friends with them, because it's not their fault. So keep that in mind also. But Mr. Chong's pacing and has to go to the bathroom, so. And he cheated, etc. So I am on my way to move on. Oh yes, I've been there. I'm there. I've been there. I've been cheated on at times. I've had lots of things happen to me. It, and it hurts. It hurts for a long time. That kind of hurt kind of stays with you, but it shows you that not everyone's like that, also. And you got to remember that also. I try to remember that everybody is inhumane. And everybody is, if one person's bad, it doesn't mean everyone else is. And that's sometimes a hard truth that's hard to accept in the world, at least from my perspective. But I try to accept them and think about the happy things, and I try to move on. But I do, you cry a lot, and it'll stay with you. In the next relationship, it's going to kind of stay too. You just got to get over that it happened and try to live your life. You'll get bad karma. That's probably what she's talking about. If you stay with somebody that you're not meant to stay with, the karma cycle kind of comes and you get their karma. That's the thing. If someone has a bad karma coming to them and they've brought bad karma to the relationship and you know how it's going and you see it in front of you and you still go with it, you get whatever karma that person has, you get also. So that's how that kind of goes. And that's why if I'd like to dip out of a relationship. If it's bad and I don't see it's ever getting better, I get out of it. So well, yeah, some people are bad luck for people, but it could be good luck for someone else. And you got to think about that. Sometimes it's not all about us, it's about the grand plan. He has somebody he's meant to be with, but you got someone you're meant to be with too. That's the thing. So that's what I would do is I would just try to think of the positive and maybe just keep yourself occupied doing something, maybe spending time with your family cooking and try to move. And then when you move on in your life and forget about them, that's when the next person will come along. And it's going to come along when you're not looking for them. That's how the universe does things. So, but I'm going to go and let Chong out because he's really got to go. But I will be back again. And thank you guys for a great session. And I'm going to take a pictures of this again on all stages and put that here. Okay, that's good. You're by your mom's house. That's even better. I'd stay with your mom and just try to get your life together. That's what I would do. Because maybe your mom's the best thing for you. But I'm glad that you came here and talk to me. I really do. And I'll probably be on again in an hour or two. I'm probably going to do Tigger or something to go with my grandson's nursery. So, and I wish you guys all luck, and you'll see that on the notifications if you subscribe. So, and you guys are great, and I'll pray for each and one of you guys, and you're wonderful.